Well, boys and girls, this is an old WW squeeze shoot scale combination. Used to be all mechanical, and over the years things changed. It's a little dirty, but you'll figure it out. Used to have a wood floor originally, be boards just like those on the side. Get around here and show you. That all got changed to an all steel floor. Oh, I don't know, it's been at least 15 years ago, probably more like 20 years ago. Probably 20 years ago, I guess. It was the third time we changed the floor since we had it. Original stuff wasn't treated. We always used good creosote treated wood, but cow hooves tend to chew it up. And I got mad and I got tired of doing it and told the old man, let's just take it out. While we got it out, let's do some other things. Originally it was set in here on dirt. And in fact, this alleyway went in when it was still had a wood floor, I think. Maybe not. I guess the alleyway's not. About the same time. Because we poured the concrete and didn't really go. But there's the alleyway. It's a prefert. It's a tub at the end that's in the wrong way. I don't know if you can see dead center in the screen. There's a gate on the back side. That's where we come into the tub with the animals instead of coming in the main gate over there. Because we're kind of limited to space in here. That railroad tie everything's fastened to is the property line, and the other end's against the building. So, and I don't know, we had 3 or 4 different wooden setups in here before we finally did this. This has outlived each and every one of those so far. Probably more like 6 or 8 wooden ones in here, I guess. Anyway, after so many years having trouble with the scale, and the biggest trouble was when we put the new floor in, I went through all the connections underneath. Checked the pins, checked the knives, checked the saddles, everything. And they were adjusted really weird. And I straightened them up so the thing hung what should be proper. Well, if it didn't have the chute on it, the animal's main weight would be centered more on it, and it would be right the way I did it. But if you look, the back of the chute is ahead of the back of the scale frame. The front of the chute is ahead of the front of the scale frame. That puts the main weight of the animal right there. Their front end's got more weight than the back end. I mean, most bigger cows, it's nothing for the head to weigh 300 pounds, you know. So, that being said, everything underneath was adjusted so that center of the weight grabbing was right in here, and it would be accurate. We figured it was something with the mechanical, and getting the balance beam to read out right every time takes a little bit. You start running too many through at once, you get in a hurry. So we took it down to a place in Scio, Oregon that works on scales, and they put that little load beam on. That's all good. It's kind of nice not having the balance beam tower right there. It was always in the way. Now you just got to watch out for these adjuster tubes sticking out, but that's a lot better than catching your hip or your rib on the other piece. At least your shin, you know it's going to happen, right? And it's pretty dirty, but there's the brains of the operation. They quit working here a while back. It was working fine, and then come up with some weird, not even numbers. And got a friend of mine that works for a scale outfit in Portland, and he stopped by to take a look at it. Of course, he stops by to look, and oh, by the way, that goes inside that box. That bolts down over the top to protect everything. Anyway, he flipped it around, set it over the top of there, and plugged her in, and thing was working fine. Gets on the scale, it's weighing right. Well, unfortunately, we get mice and rats and whatever else once in a while. I'm not sure the rats made it up in there, but the mice did. And I just found a spot where they chewed into the wire. Got it all separated. Right there is some of that good old, here we go. Right there. Liquid electrical tape. Love that stuff for certain things. So I dabbed that over that. I'm going to let her dry a little more and probably put a piece of heat shrink over it. And, oh, where'd it go? There it is. We thought it was, get it in the right spot. We thought it was in here. Well, I've already had the thing apart before because that's my scratching on the side, so I know what went where before. And I don't know if that's burnt tape or what that is. I don't recall putting something on that should have gotten like that. So I got to try to get this apart, reset it. Don't know that this was the issue. I kind of wonder if that might have been the issue because this wire does have a coax layer on it. I don't want to move it too much. It's still dry in there, but this was wrapped around the outside. Layer of plastic over it, layer of plastic between it and the 4 wires. And I think what happened is a little bugger chewed on that. That outer wire is most likely grounded into that sensor, and it just shorted out. So that's what I know for now. I'm still working on it. Yay me. Yeah, see how bad the light screws with this. That calf there dead center was just following Rainy. She's out here sniffing for calf poop. They love that stuff. He was about 3 feet behind her with his tail curled up over his back. Actually, her back, sorry. It's a little heifer. I think that's one of the last 2 we put out. A little smaller because right there's a lot bigger one. 2 bigger ones, actually. I kind of hoping she was gonna keep following the dog, but apparently not. This one's gonna come see me though. And that mama just came back out of the feed barn after going in. Another mama going in behind me. Oh, hey. Yeah, a little one running. I don't know if you saw that or not. That's why she came out. They all just got their treat for the night, so open the feed barn up, let them get some hay. I think it's funny, that little one. Yeah, her tail was up a little more than that. It's curled up right over her back, just walking behind the dog. If I'd have been quick enough, I'd have caught that for you, but oh well, I'm sorry. You get to watch one get some dinner. Round and round she goes. What teat will she stay on? Nobody knows. Empty just one, empty them all. Fill her stomach once and for all. That's the plan anyway. And there's a pretty good pair right there. That's mommy and daughter. That's a good looking calf. She's got a little white on her like her mama does, but she's a good looking calf. And that cow is actually a pretty good cow. Not one of the easiest keepers, but she's one of the ones that got pulled down pretty bad with the stomach worms a few years ago. Unlike this one, who's a couple axe handles wide yet. Okay, well, I guess that's all you're going to get to see because they're going to ignore the dog. She's over there in front of the barn next to the deep stuff. Yeah, she ain't coming in the house for a little bit. She's got to stay outside and clean off. She'll be mad about that, but that's okay. Either way, you get to still watch a baby eat. But I still got more chores to do, so you're done watching. Thanks for watching. Hey, it's Thursday morning. That's back together now. One thing I might still do yet is that worn off spot right there. I might wrap that. We'll see. It's not into the cable. That's just the shrink tube they put over it. And looky, we got a readout like it should be. Hey, I sat here yesterday messing with this. I messed with this till I had to feed, and I just got to where looking at those little tiny pieces, I wasn't going to do anymore. I was done. But hey, it's all together now, like it should be. That spot I found must have been the spot. Old grumpy farmer, he's been trying to get me to show my face. He's messed around and called out a bunch of other channels to all get on me about showing my face. I don't know why he wants to see my face so bad. I mean, it might scare him. Not too much different than him looking in the mirror. I told him I look just like my buddy that lives in Georgia. He ain't seen him either, so. Anyway, that's what I know there. I don't know what happened to my camera. I actually did it. I ended up, what was actually saved at the end of it was, it says 0 seconds. It's just almost a picture rather than a video. But yeah, you get to see me. I'll put it out. I got my glasses on because I was playing with that sneaking little tiny stuff. The dog's got to run off and play. They tear the frickin' yard up so much. Really pisses Mom off. Yeah, she gets over it. Otherwise, she'd have a lot more to do. And I'm going to cheat. I'm just going to pack everything up here and put it on the bench for now. I'll put it away later. Anyway. Yeah, I might let you have another glimpse. We'll see. It's a little after 11. Let's say it's Thursday morning. I just watched a video that popped up. Tom from TNR Red Angus put a short one up just a few minutes ago. Well, I don't know, I watched it. Done a couple other things. That's probably been a half an hour ago. Anyway, he's been kind of sick. Stomach issues for the last, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. It's been a little while. Oh, he talked about his trip to the doctor yesterday and seeing all these other people that are worse off than how he's doing. Yeah, I think that every time I'm at the doctor too. Lots of people way worse off. Count my blessings every day I get out of bed. Anyway, he's got a, sounds like a really close friend to him who's been diagnosed with cancer. He talks about that a little bit. Wants the video shared. Sorry you're staring over there, but I'm grabbing stuff. You know. Yeah, I'll share it somewhere. Because I am that kind of guy. He has to it be shared. I left a nice comment for him. I hope he takes it as a nice comment anyway. I've lost an uncle to that. Mom had it. She got past it. Lucky for her, it was actually in the memory system, and they say where it was, they were sure it didn't go anywhere else because it really pretty much stayed contained inside the ductwork. But, you know, she still went through 6 weeks of radiation, and they removed stuff and that kind of thing. My dad got sick with pancreatitis, and when he was in the hospital, they found a mass at his pancreas, about a 4-inch mass, pancreatic cancer. The odds of him living past it were like only about 10 or 15%, but he opted to go for broke, and he went through everything for it, and they took care of it. On a positive note, he died cancer-free. On a negative note, he still died within 2 years of being diagnosed. He died 3 days after he'd gotten in a traffic accident. He said he was okay, so, you know, was it something from the accident? Or, you know, there's a chance that it'd been like 6 weeks since he'd been tested. There's a chance that the cancer could have come back and done something stupid. Who knows? At any rate, and I've lost quite a few friends to it. So, yeah. Tom's video kind of, made the allergies work a little bit. His allergies were acting up while he was talking too, and I can understand that. It's that been there, seen it, done it. So hey, go check his video out. See what he has to say. Give him some encouragement. Oh, and geez, let me see if I can do this like I did it yesterday. Where'd that little button go? It don't want to be there. Huh. Well, I don't know what my phone's doing. Yesterday it let me spin it around. There you go, Grumpy Farmer. There you get my ugly mug. See? Now, you've seen it. I still want to know what day of June. You need to come up with that. Because I wasn't going to do this until after I found out. I know when my birthday is. It's yours that for some reason is bugging me. And God, if they're the same day. All right, everybody. Now you've seen me. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Yeah, I'm an ugly old fart. By the way, yeah, there's not a lot up there. It's there once you get back far enough. Keep it short. Yeah, keep her kind of like old straight pipe acres. Except mine might be shorter than his. He's got to keep warm. Thanks for watching, everybody.